don't know why I'm not ready. Wait.
Maybe you need some time alone. You need to let it breathe. What's
the buzzer, baby? What's the buzzer be about, baby?
Go be up your mind, start acting crazy.
Where's Sean Paul?
Where is he?
He's probably somewhere very happy and rich.
Don't worry, we've got our own Sean Paul.
Right, everybody, hello, this is Lloyd. We are here with the music review show. I'm joined by Mahesh, and unfortunately, Tope's not here to ride for his boy. Pause. Because today we are reviewing Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty is a rapper, singer now, I guess. Artist from a producer. Artist from Atlanta. We've heard him a lot recently on albums such as Her Loss by Drake. He released a really cold tune that no one talked about. I think it was produced by... I don't remember which producer it was, but him and Jid released a very, very cold tune. Yeah. It was really, really good. But regardless of that, we are going to review his new album because nothing else has dropped in January. And it's called Let's Start Here. And let's start here, Mahesh. Let's go. What did you think of the album, bro?
I loved it, man. I was really, really taken aback by how much I enjoyed this album. I think, let me get the track list up. It's one of those, my expectations sonically of what this album would be were so different to what was actually on the album. I really, really enjoyed it. The production was far more, it made much more use of, live instruments, and it was a lot more polished than I would have expected from Yachty. But in all honesty, this is my first Yachty project that I've ever listened to.
Me too.
So
Fully,
I've never really, I think I had a perception of his music based on maybe singles that I'd heard from him.
I haven't really heard anything from him in a while though.
Yeah, no, I used to listen to him a good bit. 2016, 2017.
Singles, One Night.
One Night, oh, what a tune,
what's the other one? Minnesota.
The
big tune.
And then Broccoli.
I love that song. That's a drum song. What's the other one too?
Let me see. What's he got?
He got bad tunes, man. What's that other song? That's that terrible song when he says, blow on that bitch like a cello or something like that. It was an Amigo. Peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. And he says, blow on that bitch like a cello.
Play with that something like peekaboo.
Yeah.
But yeah. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a really well polished album.
I think it's a good thing to mention that the fact that this is not a rap album.
No, it's not. For sure.
And we've probably never seen... We've seen Yachty experiment with sort of singing before melodies, but he's been doing that his whole career. I would argue this is probably like a psychedelic rock album, right?
Yeah. Bro, it was giving me indie rock vibes.
Yeah, give me I made a joke, which I don't think you appreciated, but other people appreciated. I described this album as a tamest Impala.
Tamest Impala.
Because it was a very Tame Impala. You know this Tame Impala?
But I do. I know a few of their songs, but I've never taken in.
What's the album? Is it Currents? It's
the one of the less I know, the better.
Yeah, that album. Even the album before that as well. I don't remember the name. Yeah. But Currents.
Bro, you know what's mad?
I'm a big Currents fan.
Tame Impala is one guy.
Yeah, I know.
I had no idea, bro. I thought it was a band.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was one dude. That brother is cooking up heat, bro.
He is cooking up
heat. He had indie rock vibes, and I was taken aback, but I very quickly grew to really enjoy it. Yeah.
Pink Floyd-esque as well.
Yeah.
Sorry,
really.
mate.
No worries. I really, really enjoyed it. It felt, for me, listening to it but even though it's nearly an hour long, it felt pretty smooth to listen to. I just really love the production, and I just really love the. It's kind of he just. For me, right, this is experimenting, but he makes it work. In my mind, right, in my humble opinion,
I'm not
indie, indie rock and that kind of production and Lil Yachty is not what I would put together.
No way.
I think he made it work, so I really enjoyed this album. So
yeah.
Do
you have any standout tracks? Anything? Any qualms at all?
Because there's sometimes I feel like there's too much talking, but I feel like that's part of
There was that one song when he's just kind of talking in it
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
beat. Yeah. I forgot what song that was.
There was one song where it had a really long like transition where the guy was speaking.
But there was literally one track though, wasn't there, where Lil Yachty was just talking the whole track. It was like 2 minutes long, right?
Wasn't the ride?
Oh mate,
was it the ride? No.
No, the ride. I like that record a lot. Actually.
I've officially lost vision.
That's the one with the feature on, right?
I don't know who these features are, man. It's really annoying me. They're not crediting featured artists and making my job harder. But yeah, yeah. No, I really enjoyed it, man. It's a really good album. In my humble opinion, really refreshed by how much I enjoyed it, and I think he showed real artistry on this, and like to go with a genre that, as I said, I would not expect from Yachty, and for him to, in my eyes, pull it off, I was like, yeah, fair play, fair.
Do you think? I was gonna say, I know you're not the biggest Lil Yachty fan, and I wish we had Tope here to ask him about it. R.I.P. Tope. He's not dead. Shout out to Tope. I wish we had Tope here to ask him.
Yeah.
But would you want Yachty to continue down this lane, or would you rather him get back to rap?
Cool.
Because I'm
kind of here for it. Yeah. Because he's been about for a minute.
He has been about for a minute. He's still quite young. Because I think when he came out, he was quite young.
Is he our age? He's our age.
He maybe a few years older, he's not far off us.
Yeah, it's like I remember when we found out that like Joey Badass is like 27.
Yeah, I always knew it. I don't know why you were shocked, because I knew that he was like 16 when he made 1999.
I think because like artists sometimes have been around so long that I forget how young they are. But yeah,
it's like we'll talk about her in the main pod, but Rihanna's not that old either.
She's like 30, mid
30s, got to be, because I think Pon the Replay came out when she was like 16, 17.
Rotted.
Maybe 18. But I don't think she was not 20 when Pon the Replay.
2004, 2005.
Yeah, Pon the Replay. She was not like old when Pon the Replay came out.
Yeah, we'll get onto that Super Bowl show later.
We'll talk about more about her later anyway. Cool. Let's give my overview quickly.
Go for it, man.
Very unconventional from Yachty. And I'm going to try not to be too critical, because I don't think it's bad. Because I actually was going to come in and hate on this album, just because anytime I like something that's a bit not quote unquote like, not mainstream, I think that's the wrong word to use, but I think like not the norm, you always do this thing where you go, it's a bit different. And this is why when JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown drop, we are gonna review that album, because you're gonna hate it.
Oh wait, are they doing a joint album?
Yeah.
What?
Literally, JPEG Mafia posted a picture of them together, and it was like, if it ain't scaring the hoes, I don't want to hear it. And I was like, yes, I want scare the hoes music.
What genre is JPEG Mafia?
It's rap.
But like what type?
But he's white boy rap.
White boy rap.
He's not. I think Danny Brown probably makes more white boy rap. But I love Danny Brown. I'm a huge fan of Danny Brown.
He's also hilarious.
Oh mate,
he's hilarious.
He's so jokes.
So funny.
He started getting into that podcast, and I'm like, you should have been doing this for years.
Yeah.
But even his lyrics are funny. Like, again, we're gonna talk about one of his verses later.
Yeah.
But like, I think he's a funny guy. He has stories about when he's in jail, and he's talking about how like he had the best job, and he used to pay man to braid his hair. Like he's honestly, if you get a chance, this Tim on Flagrant 2, he's fucking hilarious on there.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Yachty.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to start. I think the production's really good. I think it's clean. I think it's crisp.
Yeah.
I think all the instruments hit. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's worked with some really good producers as well. I can't quote them out right now, but they're well respected in that genre of music, which you have to appreciate. However, I'm not a fan of the vocals. I think they were badly mixed with the production. Not in terms of, like, because I'm very critical when things are mixed bad. Like, the actual mix, I didn't mean mixed by, like, the technical standpoint. I mean, like, the actual vocals and the music. I just don't think the brother could sing for shit. And I don't think it sounds ridiculous. I don't think the auto-tune he was used was good enough to redeem it, in my humble opinion. I think that's very evident throughout the album, in my humble opinion. Although, when there was a feature, I was a big fan of it. Because the people who got on here, I don't know who was on the end of the ride, but they weren't really the best singer either, but I really enjoyed their end part.
Who is it on the ride?
If you could check for me, that'd be fantastic.
Really annoying me. Just I want to know who features, man.
I think, honestly, what I disliked most about the album is how long it dragged on for. It was 14 songs, 57 minutes. There were times where a song wouldn't switch up, or it would continue to build up for a drop that never came. And I think a lot of the album, in my humble opinion, was quite boring. But I want to go back to the first point where I said this ain't the type of music I listen to. Well,
Tizo Touchdown.
Oh, it's Tizo Touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh, I think he's like up and coming.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he was on Michigan Boat Boy, but I didn't listen to Michigan Boat Boy.
So other features were Justine Skye, Fouché.
Oh, Fouché was on it.
Who's that?
The singer.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Caesar on Reach the Sunshine. Hold on.
I like Reach.
Yeah.
That was one of my favourite songs.
Yeah.
But I think Lil Yachty is not the most versatile artist in the world. But this is definitely not a bad attempt.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's a bad product as a whole.
Yeah.
I think it drags on too long, and the genre of music might not be for me. But for him to go completely outside of his comfort zone and make this, and this is the product he's delivered, I can't hate. Like, I actually can't hate. Like you at least it's not pop punk. Like, you know, you could have made some shit pop punk album like MGK or something like that.
Did he do that?
MGK's a pop punk artist now, bro. You don't make rap no more. Yeah. I ain't listened to nothing in years.
Me neither. To be fair, I kind of.
I don't think I ever really listened to MGK to begin with.
I think the only tune I know is
Woke Up in Paris. That's only because of the features.
Yeah. The features were crazy.
Ty Dolla Sign,
and Quavo, right?
Quavo, yeah.
Crazy, yeah. And he had a few mad freestyles as well. But other than that, I've never really.
But yeah, I think it is. I think this is going to sound really bad. I think if someone else had. I was thinking this when I was listening to it. I'm going to sound like I'm hating, and I know you guys can say it. I think if Travis Scott made the same album, it'd be a lot fucking better. I think Travis Scott's vocals, because the way it was it sounds, again, it's going to sound really bad, but you could hear, even though there was auto-tune, you could hear too much of Lil Yachty's bad vocals. I think if you let Travis Scott do it in his thing, this album would have been 5 times better.
Fair.
For me.
I hear it, you know.
For me.
Now I'm thinking about it.
I honestly think, I know there's a lot of like chatbot GBT and all that kind of stuff going on at the moment. Also, do you know the album art was AI generated?
Huh.
Yeah. I was reading about it. So this links back to this point. I think if you went onto, obviously chatbot GBT can't make songs, but I think if you went onto what?
I'm trying to figure out what, like, because I know they all have a similar face, but what is it that they're trying
I don't know, but apparently it's AI generated.
Oh, interesting.
I think if you went to AI and said, "Can I have a Tame Impala, King Blizzard, Travis Scott album performed by Lil Yachty," this is what you'd get. And I think that's my main issue with it. I think it's very... It follows a lot of, like... I honestly do think it's too similar to maybe some of his inspirations.
Okay.
And that's my only... But again, to go back to the point I made, for him to step out of his comfort zone and this is the product he delivered, I can't hate. Because it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yes.
And I'm never going to go back to it. But it's not for me. But like, objectively speaking, it ain't bad. For you to try something you've never, ever, ever done before, and this is the product you deliver,
fair.
I can't really hate too much.
Yeah.
And that was the conclusion I came to today. Like, how can I hate? It's not for me. I'm never going to listen to it again. I don't think it's exceptional. I don't think it's, in my humble opinion, I don't think it's good. I think it's average. But for you to never do this, and this is the product you've come out with, I ain't hating. And that's pretty much it. I think my favourite songs are The Ride, I've Lost Vision, and Reach the Sunshine are my least favourite song. I don't want to say it like that, but my least favourite song is pretty much every other song. But the song I thought was the worst was Pretty. And that's it. Do you want to end on any favourites, least favourites, and we can start talking?
I really liked the Black Seminole. I think that was a really good album.
It grew on me a little more.
Yeah.
I loved the end part, but again, it was the whole thing when it dragged on a bit too long.
Reach the Sunshine I really liked.
Yeah, that was a great record.
Running Out of Time.
Oh, Running Out of Time wasn't bad.
I like that.
You know Ride?
Ride. I don't know if I can remember it, you know. I listened to the Ride. Let me see. Look at my dumb ass. Yeah, no, I like this one.
Yeah, that's a big tune.
I like most of the tunes on that album.
I just didn't like Pretty. Pretty was really bad.
Pretty.
Yeah, that was an awful record. And there was a record called Alchemist.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
saw that now and I was thinking...
And it did not feature a boom bap record over samples, and I was very sad.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking for...
I even have a record called The Alchemist, and you ain't got fucking boom bap. You ain't got Billy the Butcher on there. Like, what are you doing? If you got a record called The Alchemist, I want Earl Sweatshirt or Griselda on there. Like, behave.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw it. I only just... Like, when I was looking through the track list now, I was just like, wait, is that Alchemist? And then I was...
No, of course it was.
Just called.
I knew it wasn't. But I was like...
I do want to hear that, though. What would Yachty sound like over an Alchemist beat?
I don't know. I don't want to hear that, actually.
I reckon, yeah, if it's some of the stuff that like was on like Alfredo, yeah, I think Yachty could do a decent job.
I don't think Yachty's as bad as a rapper as I used to think he is. I think he's clearly a talented songwriter because he made a fucking psychedelic rock album which wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
Like, this album could have been way worse.
Yeah.
And I that's why I said I was kind of coming in and hate, but I was at the end of the day, I was like, I can't hate on this because this could have been 20 times as bad. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He wrote, what's it called? Don't tell me.
He wrote a lot of the album on the fucking... He wrote that's the thing. He wrote Back Outside Boys and then I Ride.
What's that tune, man? What's that City Girls tune that you wrote?
Oh shit! Act Up. Was it Act Up?
Yeah.
He did write Act Up. Apparently wrote JT's verse.
Crazy. I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah. Apparently wrote JT's verse and Act Up. Yeah.
Man.
It's all QC. Oh, QC. This is a good segue. Unless you want to say any more about Yachty. Scooter Braun's management company, whoever he... Well, obviously there's investors involved, but the company he runs, they purchased QC for 300 million.
Rah. What? Not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know what that actually means for them. I just read the article.
Yeah. Oh, mad. Wasn't he Taylor Swift and Bieber's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scooter Braun.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
such a funny name.
That's in the news. Such an American
Scooter
name.
Braun.
Right? That can't be his name.
Scooter.
Why would you call your child Scooter?
Scooter.
Why would you call your child Bike?
But if there was any country in the world, it would be America.
Yeah, but would you call your child Bike?
Nah.
You can't call your child Scooter if you ain't gonna call your
But
child
America,
Bike.
bro, have you seen the education system, bro?
No, I haven't.
Oh, no. His actual name is Scott Samuel Braun. Okay, that, you know.
Oh, okay, Scooter
Scooter's a
Scott.
nickname.
Oh, okay. I can see it.
Yeah.
Dumb name, though.
Yeah, Scooter.
Alright, yeah, we done with Yachty?
Yo.
Shout out to Yachty. I weren't really a fan. Mahesh fucked with you, but... Pause. Yeah, it weren't really for me, but I bottom of my heart, I appreciate the effort you made, mate, because this could have been a lot worse, so... Fair play to you, man.
Get it. Nice.
Yeah.